Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there right off the bat. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week. That great creative.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And taken at the 46. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback
with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Leach. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Leach. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Leach rolling to it, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Leach, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled, haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Leach, flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hughes.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Hughes. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hughes, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Leach. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
57. Black Ultra. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey, go Fury. Champ. Go Pink. He's moving, boys, moving. 57's Mike. Ready, go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Back to throw. Leach, he's got this complete to Hamilton. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Leach rolling to his left. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami set to take over.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll.
Well, fullback touchdowns have become rare. We just saw 2 of them by the same guy here.
And if you had him on your fantasy team, I'm hanging out with you now for stock tips.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The New York set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a 2nd fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
54's Mike. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Leach. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his total. A fight for it, and this is... It's caught indeed. It's a big... Play there for Miami, and even 60 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football. Just breaking down a defense. I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
60 red. 60 red.
On 2nd down, it's Weaver, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Hughes. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On second down now, it's Hughes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it first and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Throw left side, it's reeled in by Hamilton. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start down at NRG Stadium as New England returns to the site of their Super Bowl 51 triumph to take on Houston. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. The Texans trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Vikes locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've gone to the half in that ball game with the visiting Browns out on top. The Browns trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try to put something together here in the second half.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle they go. Hamilton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking to throw on second down. Leach. Wheaton's got it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. From the gun on third down. Leach firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Looking to throw. Leach. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult. In that situation.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Gordon looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
The extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 27-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weaver. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows, is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. On second down, it's Hughes, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on second down, Leach. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Hughes. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down now, it's Weaver, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the pistol, they run with Gordon.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, it's Hamilton. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Leach.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Leach.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing after the interception. Leach. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that. That play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game over. it's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on third down. Leach buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Dolphins offense returning to the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
A first down carry now for Miller. 81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Weaver, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. No problem there on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Now out come the Giants.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the And
now a fumble. The ball's out. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Looking to throw on second down. Leach. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
On second down, it's Weaver, and he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 24.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
On first down, Weaver.
50 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Switch.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run on first down. It's Weaver, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Returnable now for Woodson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. That one looks like he'll throw here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Miami, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.